Welcome to the Seller Roundtable e-commerce coaching and business strategies with Andy Arnott and Amy Wees.
So I know that a lot of kind of a little gray hat trick that a lot of people will do is they'll a lot of times the Chinese supplier actually will suggest this is to charge right less than $800 value on the invoice for the shipment coming in to avoid tariffs. Is that something you've heard of, and is that something you suggest?
Yeah, it's something you've got to be aware of and leery of, right? Whenever you're importing goods, you want to be above reproach, above water with customs. There are penalties that could be levied against you if you were ever found to be fraudulent. So what you want to do is just be honest, and it's the best policy. Have a good broker, a good forwarder. A lot of times your Chinese supplier will also try to sell to you inclusive of freight. I always say avoid that. And the reason being is you're only getting a part of the picture. They're going to tell you, here's the cost of the goods, here's the cost of the freight. And you'll be like, oh, that's great. And you're expecting it to show up at your door, and it doesn't work that way. It arrives in the U.S. and then you find out, oh my goodness, I've got another $500 to $600 to $700 in U.S. destination fees. So that's why you want to work with a U.S. freight forwarder so that you can go to them, like Amy suggested, like I showed as an example, sending an email, giving us all the information. We can get you an all-in quote to your door that helps you avoid any sticker shock and actually get you landed cost prices. So you're dealing with black and white. I mean, there's always some gray area in there. If customs examines the shipment, there'll be extra charges, but we warn you of that as well. But really what you want to do is just be sure that whatever you're showing to customs is accurate, and they have a way of they have a long arm. They can always come back and audit you, and you don't want that to happen.
And I'm sure if let's say you have a like half of a container load and you claim that it's $500 worth of goods. I mean, customs isn't stupid. If it's like clearly more than that, they know you're just, that's a red flag for being inspected. So while you might be able to shave a little bit off the top of your cost or whatever, and you might be able to make up for some of your costs while working with your supplier, you definitely don't want to like, hey, it's only $2 worth of goods here. That's going to be pretty obvious to customs. And I'm sure that they're going to be on the lookout for those kind of things right now because of increased tariffs.
Yes. It's they're savvy, right? I mean, they know what they're looking for. And that's another reason, you can go I think mentioned the $800 or less shipments, which are called Section 321s. They used to be at $200, and now they've raised it to $800. And I believe that's really related to e-commerce. You can go down that road, but again, customs is watching that very carefully because they understand that you're avoiding duties, taxes by that dollar amount. And one of the things to keep in mind is if you say, okay, I'm going to try to circumvent this duty tax issue by doing these low value shipments, you're going to end up paying a lot more in freight by doing that. And you're still going to have to clear it through customs. And so there's still going to be fees there. So you're not getting away from necessarily as much as maybe you think you might. It depends on, where your niche is on international logistics, but you typically you're not seeing a lot of importers go at the $800 earmark.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like Amy, you hit the nail on the head. I think that with the way it is now, I think that they're they're going to pay much closer attention because they probably figure that kind of stuff is that people are going to try to slide under with that trick a lot more right now. The other thing you have to realize, and I've actually noticed this with my own suppliers, is that I see that suggestion less and less right now, and I think it's because in China there's such a sense of nationalism there that they don't want to make the U.S. companies off the hook, in the sense that they want us to feel the pain on those tariffs directly. So I think that might be another reason why the suppliers might not be suggesting that as much right now.
Thanks for tuning in. Join us every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for live Q&A and bonus content after the recording at SellerRoundtable.com. Sponsored by the ultimate software tool for Amazon sales and growth, SellerSEO.com and AmazingAtHome.com.